agreeable.
She is the most agreeable cat.
Jamie, the one time when Jessica was pregnant with Colt, we were sitting in her bedroom and Lucy had just started her gabapentin and she was sitting on the windowsill.
Oh my God.
And literally just fell off.
Like, just was like, top door. And I was like,
Lucy.
she's medicated.
Poor Woosie. Because did she land on her feet?
Nope.
No.
Just fell right and then was like,
Yeah,
hey,
it's like, okay.
I'm cool. I'm all right. I did that on
Poor
purpose, actually.
thing.
I think it was like day 1 or 2.
It was like very early. And the vet had said she'd be quite loopy,
Yeah,
and then she would like
was.
adjust to it. And although still, though, I give her gabapentin, and like the next hour, you can just tell she's like, like just
It's a
flying.
good drug. Okay. Hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jessica,
And welcome to A Court of Books and Babes.
a podcast where two best friends review, react to, and rate our, and soon to be your, favorite fantasy books.
Before we get started in our little chitty chat, we're going to be talking about Eldrick, The Night Prince, Blood and Ash.
1984, if
Yeah.
we're still...
We don't want to spoil that for you.
we know it's
Snore.
hot off the press.
Snore. So just reader or viewer, yes, beware.
Viewer, listener, however you're consuming us.
Yes, exactly. Beware.
Oh my God. Okay, we have been reading up a storm.
Yes.
I'm like, do you want to go first?
No, you go first. Jessica just got back from Costa Rica, so she's all tan and bronze.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'd never been to Costa Rica before. You went like a long time ago, right?
Like a few years ago when I was in my 20s.
So like yesterday.
Yeah, like last year.
It was so beautiful.
Mhm.
Like gorgeous. We did the coast and then we did more inland in the rainforest. And I've done Hawaii before, and I like lived and worked a little bit in Southern California, but I've never been, I would say, in like that type of climate, because we were also there in the shoulder season at the end of the rainy season. So
She hot.
it was hot and wet. It's just like I like it. It was just wild. Like I've never experienced that type of climate before, but it was so beautiful. Food was delicious. People were amazing. The like landscape was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Take me back as we look at like snow. But on that note, we are, for those of you that are watching us at Jamie's house, we are Christmasified over here.
Yes.
It's so cute in here.
Oh, thanks.
I love it. Your tree is gorgeous. Are you guys going to are you just doing lights? No, you
No,
have like
I have tons of decorations.
Yeah.
But we wanted to decorate it together, and Will's away. So
When does he come back?
Thursday.
Yay. William. Okay, books. I did it. I read and I finished 1984.
So we don't need to hear any more about that. It was just as bad as you hoped.
Okay. So Allie, you have not read.
I've not finished it, but you can go.
I mean, I'm
Spoil
not
away.
like I'm not gonna. What I will say, because my concern was that the main character was so unlikable, and I was like, is he gonna be like redeemed? Are we gonna answer no? Like he is. I found so unlikable from like beginning straight through to the end. Like it was just, and I know that some books are like that where you're not meant to relate to or enjoy listening to or from the main character's perspective. I struggle with that. If I can't find, if I can't like cheer for you in some aspect or like at least like commiserate with you a little bit, I'm like, I don't want to be here, man. Like it's like hanging out with someone you really don't like. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to be here. And that's how it felt like for the whole book. I was just like, are you done yet, bro? Like, and there was a lot of sexism, and it was written in I think the 40s or 50s.
Okay.
And from a man. And so I was trying to be like, is this going to be a commentary thing, or is this because it was written by a man in the 40s or 50s? And I think it's a little bit of both. Like I think there was a little bit of like commentary, but also I think there's a lot of male writers from that era that I feel like their female characters are so one-dimensional and they're just so flat. Like there's a line, and Allie, you've already read this part, where he's talking to the girl that he likes, and he's saying like, yeah, when I first saw you, I was basically really into you, but I knew I couldn't have you, so I wanted to kill you. And she's like, oh, darling, that's so funny. And I'm like, literally no woman ever has ever been like, oh, that's so charming. Anyways, here's your roast chicken, like Fred. Like Anyway, it was so.
The icks.
Yes, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Yeah.
And then
Wolfgang and Night Prince.
Yes, I finished Wolfgang on vacation, and I only had Wolfgang, not Night Prince, because I borrowed it from you. But I was rabid, and so that I like bought extra credits or whatever on Spotify so that I could then listen to the Night Prince. So I'm about halfway through that. It's so good.
It's so good.
I hear what you say though about like it definitely follows that very popular romantic-y formula that we
Sure.
It definitely does. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll like get to the last half of the second book and be like, oh, I'm so surprised. But like,
it's
maybe?
a little different. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I still feel like it will turn out the way that we hope it will, but
because it's not actually a duet.
No, it's a trilogy.
It says duet on the
wah.
cover on Spotify. It says duet. And so I was like, oh, but then I remembered you saying, no, it's a trilogy.
Okay, if they end the book like the way Night Prince ends, I will like riot in the streets.
Have you heard about when the third one is supposed to come out?
Oh, the 1st of February, I'm sure.
Course. Just like the fourth wing and the whatever sixth ACOTAR. Just never.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I read that. And then I actually think I'm going to DNF Feather So Vicious. I don't think I can finish it.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'm close. I'm like probably 85% of the way through the first book. And I am bored and irritated and like a little like I have the ick. Yeah.
All right. I must read it then.
Right? Because
I'll like see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like I was trying again on my holiday. I was like, oh, I'll finish this one. And I was reading Up a Storm. I was like, I'm gonna finish Feather So Vicious. And then I was just yeah, I don't know. People say the second book is a lot better, but I'm really struggling. I should talk to Caitlin because she read both, right? The first and the second.
Yeah.
I feel like, is it worth it? Because I just right now I'm kind of grossed out and I don't care about any of the characters, like any of them. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll see what you think.
Yeah.
I'm just like, the spice is a bit
off the charts.
It's off the charts. Yeah. Like I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Which I'm not like opposed to, but when you couple that with like, just like, I don't know, maybe I'm like, I'll be curious what you think.
I'm like definitely more lean into, I'm fine with a book is like if it has like lots of fantasy and is heavier on the story and lighter on the spice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be okay with it the same way because I like a good story too, right?
Yes, and that's
so I'm like, if there's no story and it's only spice, like listen, the spice is like a beautiful added benefit.
Of course.
But I am here for the story.
Yes.
That's why I love Throne of Glass.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is like, I would say minimal spice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until you're in like book 6.
Sure. And
then or 5 or whatever it is. Yeah. But not not a ton.
No, not
like ACOTAR.
I like book 5.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait. Okay. Wait, speaking of, I feel like my soul just left my body here. My husband is reading ACOTAR.
And he's liking it.
And he is liking it. So as you know, I tried to get him to read it like a few months ago. He started and he was like struggling. And I said to him, I was like, a lot of people struggle to get into book 1. But then I feel like if you can get in, you kind of like get your vibe. Also, he hadn't read anything a long time. And you have to train your brain again.
Yeah.
Social media has fucked our brain for being able to like sink into stories, I feel like, than the way that we
use. Like an Instafix.
Totally. Yeah. Scrolling. Anyways. But now he's in and he has just gotten to the part where Feyre got the riddle and now it's the full moon, whatever. The days have passed and she's now about to go do her first trial. And as I was leaving the house, he had like grabbed his book and was going to keep reading.
Also thinks the answer is Love for anyone who's wondering.
But I did ask him, I was like, what do you think the answer is to the riddle? And he was like, I think the answer is Amarantha. And the sheer depth of my self-control to just like have a neutral face. I'd be like, interesting. And he's like, well, I'm like, oh, I'm not telling you. Like, But in my head, I was like, you think it's, and then I was trying to rethink the riddle. And I was like, you think she made a riddle? And she's like, I'm the answer. Also, not off that.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's something she would do.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. No, he likes it. And I was like, what do you think of like Feyre as a main character? He's like, yeah, she's all right. Yeah, she's like a bit naive. And I was like, yep, 100%. Also at the beginning, he was like, okay, wait, so she's going to this like beautiful mansion and there's these like hot guys who are being nice to her. And like, why is she upset? And I was like, the question we all ask. Like, who would trade like places with Feyre? Every woman ever.
Yeah.
Also my husband.
Yeah, and now men.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm very excited.
Oh, that's good.
I told him that when he finishes, I was like, you have to come on the podcast. We want to hear your thoughts.
His hot take.
Yeah, interview Andrew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, your turn, because you have also been reading like crazy.
I finished Eldrick.
Okay.
Amazing. I loved it.
Better than Anathema?
I think so.
Really?
Yep. I loved it. I cried at the end. Oh, it was so good.
And does it have a third or is it done?
No, it has a third. I know.
Also coming out never?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put it on your calendar.
TBD.
Exactly. And it's a cliffhanger. Literally, and also like it is a cliffhanger.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was so good. I love it.
Was it as scary as the first one? Because I actually found like Anathema like kind of spooky.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Yeah.
It's definitely, we talked about last time, like it being more like with a lot of like sexual abuse and like physical abuse and torture. And it doesn't really lighten up on that.
Right.
But like I said, she handles it really well the way she writes it. And I don't know, it's good. There's like a bit of redemption from some of the characters, and like there was things I didn't expect, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
You didn't like the main character in the first one because she was a bit like meh.
Milk show.
She kind of like comes into her own a bit more in this book too. Okay. So she's like more powerful and confident, and yeah, I like it. But there is definitely scary parts.
Yeah, there were parts, like especially at the end of Anathema.
Oh yeah, those come back.
That I was like, I would say the
spider
last
things.
Yes.
Yeah, terrifying. With the human faces in their stomachs. No.
Yeah. That spooked me. Also, as someone who's afraid of spiders.
There's a part that's quite scary.
Okay. Yeah, it was spooky. And the spice. Because you had said that the author said it's not a spicy book, and you were like,
yeah. And then I read those two quotes, and I was like,
come
please.
on.
And it's like, I don't know. There's I don't want to give anything away.
Okay.
Like, because I know you'll read it.
Yeah.
There is spice, but it's like mildly unhinged also.
Okay.
Like you're kind of like, whoa.
Right.
But I mean, Zavander. Need I say more? I mean, I don't know what else to say about him. He's just.
Okay, so Eldrick, and then
I'm on the 6th book of Blood and Ash,
which is enormous. You showed me.
It is a fat
it's up here.
Right.
It's huge.
1,076 pages.
Like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's massive.
How far in are you?
Like a 5th.
Okay.
It's a bit slow.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for it to like pick up a bit.
Yeah.
But it's interesting the way she writes it between like, so Poppy's chapters are called like the primal, and it's like her viewpoint. And then of course there's Castile's chapters. I'm interested to see how the plot develops, and like some of the relationships have taken a turn.
Interesting.
And I just am like a bit about it, like upset about it. So I'm like, okay, like
I'm fearful for Kieran now.
I'm like reading really fast because I'm like, yeah, exactly. So I'm concerned.
Okay.
But it's good.
Scared the crap out of me.
I was going to bring
Speaking
you a
of
book.
spooky,
Babadook.
Yeah.
The Babadook.
not my mess edition. The mess up edition.
Your special one. Special edition. It literally says that. I'm like, I think it's funny that you missed that. Like it's like 10 pages.
I wish I could see you reading that.
Like I was like the sentence doesn't even fit.
Maybe I did. Like maybe I just don't remember, and just being like kind of.
You must have, because it's like,
who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I read late at night, so it's like,
yeah,
You're
fair
like
enough.
Yeah. I'm like, is this a flashback? What's happening?
Jamie's just
I
rolling.
didn't see a like past or present tense switch, but maybe.
And then are you going to read the rest of the, like, because there's prequels and offshoot stories?
I don't think so. I'm not like, not now.
Okay.
There's like other things I want to get into. I bought Alchemized.
Okay.
And it's a standalone, so I'm going to read that after.
Have you read Brimstone?
No.
Okay.
Everyone who reads it is like, wah, wah.
Pissed. Oops. Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
I had heard.
Like, Caitlin started it, and it's bad. 2 of my friends in Winnipeg read it, and they're like,
didn't like
wah,
it.
Wah.
Interesting.
Like, it's a letdown. I will still read it. I don't know, but I also don't know how to take, like, everyone's opinion, because, like, people, like, Blood and Ash series, like, I've enjoyed it, and people are like, oh.
Didn't like it. Yeah, I liked Blood and Ash quite a bit, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm like open-minded.
Yeah.
Well, you like Quicksilver better than Anathema.
Yes.
So
because I like
I'll be interested, like, your take.
Yeah.
Sarah's. Is that her name?
Sarah's, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, however you say it.
However.
Right, we're so good at that.
That. And then, yeah. So Alchemized
just 7 books.
Yes. Alchemized is next.
And how many is that one again?
Just 1.
Okay, a standalone. Nice.
Oh, but okay, someone messaged me on Instagram today, and they were like, I just watched episode, whatever we talked about, Zodiac Academy, and maybe the last one.
Yeah.
And they were like, I started Zodiac Academy, and there is 25 books in the whole universe with, like, offshoots. She's on book 4, and she's like, I actually like it so far. And I was like, interesting.
See, this is what I mean. Zodiac Academy, I feel like, is polarizing.
Yeah. And she, like, her number 1 is Throne of Glass, like mine is.
Right.
And so I'm, like, interested, because then we got to talking on Instagram a little bit. And yeah, I was like, oh.
Like, maybe it'll be more up your alley.
I don't know.
Yeah.
25 is
That's
like,
a lot.
That is like a year's worth of reading.
Right. Wow.
If you only read that for a year.
Yes. Which, can you stay invested in a world and characters for that long?
It would have
reading the same.
It would have to be pretty compelling.
That's what
and
I
like
feel.
Captivating.
Yeah.
Also, I have to get through Carson City.
Oh, you must. Yeah, you really must. I think you're going to like it, because I feel like you have been warned so much about Crescent City.
My expectations
are like so
on
low,
the floor.
And I feel like you're going to get into it and you're going to be like, oh, it's actually like not so bad. Like, you might really
maybe.
like it. Gianni quite likes Crescent City. And I actually was thinking I might reread it. Yeah, especially once we start to get a bit of a lead on like when the next ACOTAR book is, because I really feel like there's going to be a lot of crossover, and because there was in the 3rd Crescent City, and I think she'll just continue with that. Yeah, and so I want to like just have everything fresh, because again, it's so complicated, like all the universes and the lore and like all that stuff. Also, when Andrew was reading ACOTAR, and every 5 minutes I was like, what's happening now? What happened there?
What part are you at?
What are they doing? What part are you at? And then he was like, oh, she went back to the spring court, and Alice is like starting to tell her stuff. I was like,
lore dump.
Yes, lore dump. I was like, I'll leave you alone. I was like, I don't want to interfere.
Alice started her PowerPoint presentation.
Yes. I love it. Anything else you're reading besides that? Just this piddly. Just
a few things.
No.
And I actually was disappointed, because I also haven't heard anything coming out about, because Blood and Ash is supposed to be a TV series. And I had heard like maybe 2 months ago, they were supposed to start filming like this coming year.
Right.
And I'm like, when will that be? When will that be?
All of these series, Fourth Wing,
yeah,
ACOTAR, on and off. Is there gonna? I mean, there will be, but like when and with who and whatever.
Fourth Wing, I'm like, if the casting is who they're like saying is being I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I get Xaden is young,
yeah,
but in my mind, he should not look that young. That like, listen, boyish. It's like adult millennial content. Generation. Like, right. I don't want to look at like a kid,
a child. Yes. Yeah.
No.
Fourth Wing though is like, they haven't confirmed cast, right?
No, but they're like circling two, and I'm like, neither of them are my like cup of tea.
A pick. Yeah. Somebody messaged me the other day and said, Jacob Elordi. Ooh, have you seen Frankenstein, by the way?
Oh my God, it's so good.
It was so good.
I cried.
Yes.
It was like, it's the best movie of 2025.
I agree.
In my opinion.
Have you read Frankenstein?
No, but then
Me
I was
neither.
like, I think I should read it.
No, have you?
Yes, I had to read it in like 6th grade, 7th grade.
Sixth
grade. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't one of the ones
Shut
my
up,
No.
I
teachers
never
picked.
read it.
No, and it's on my list now because and it's always
Yeah,
been.
same.
She was what, 17?
She was a teenager.
She was
Yeah.
a teenager.
Mhm.
Yeah, when she wrote it. I know. Insane. No, it was so beautiful. And the cinema, I mean, it's like my little I got good taste. I have loved, who's the director?
Oh, Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh my God, he did Pan's Labyrinth too.
Pan's,
Love.
ever
It's like
since-
probably my top 3 movies.
It's so beautiful
Yes.
and haunting and
Yes.
scary, but gorgeous and
Yes.
and mythic. And yes, Pan's Labyrinth. And even then, a movie that he kind of got some flack for, Mama. Did you ever see that?
It was scary, isn't it?
No, not, yeah. Although I loved Mother. It's scary.
Yeah, then no.
It's like a very, it feels a little bit like formulaic, but there's the Guillermo del Toro, again, mythic, almost like Tim Burton Gothic fairy tale spin.
Mhm.
That again, it made me, at the last 10 minutes of that movie, I was like, I touched my mic. I cried. It was so gorgeous. And I've always loved him. And then he did The Shape of Water.
I never saw that either.
Also incredible. He loves a monster story, an othering. Yeah. And so then when I saw that he was doing Frankenstein, I was like, oh, he'll be perfect. And the visuals, how the movie starts with 2 colors.
Yeah.
It's like whites and then deep, deep dark blues. And then they layer in, I think the next color is red.
The red gloves.
The red glove, her dress and her veil billowing in the wind.
Yeah.
And then next is, I think, green. And how he it was so good.
So beautiful.
Anyway, Jacob Elordi, my girlfriend, messaged me and she was like, could we see him as RHYSAND or as? I don't think
him as.
Not RHYSAND.
I think not RHYSAND. I don't think he's pretty enough to do as. He's got strong features that are a bit
Have you seen him in Elvis or Priscilla?
No, I
Very
haven't.
pretty in that.
Is he? Maybe I'll have to look it up because I was like, I could see him as maybe an heiress, a bit yeah.
Okay, have you watched the most recent season of Bridgerton?
Yep.
The main girl, the sister that got married off and then she falls in love with the woman.
Oh.
She would be a good Elaine, I think.
Yeah, she has that soft
Yes.
nature and
Yes.
kind of not vapid, but a little.
Yes, she is
she's
Elaine
they're
esque.
building her in the Bridgerton to be
Yes.
more complex,
Yeah.
but she does have that kind of
Yeah. No, I agree.
that is Elaine.
I wish audio listeners could have seen Jamie's face there.
I mean, Elaine. What can I say?
Anyway, sorry. I have to get that out.
No.
Yeah,
We're an hour in, I think. It's fine.
30
It's
minutes.
fine. People love our chit chat. It's good. Are we ready?
Yes, I think so. I was going to say, is there anything else we should talk about? But no, I don't think so.
Books, Frankenstein, fan casting.
Nope.
I think we covered it.
All the F's.
Oh, yes. It is time to talk lore, lust, and loose morals as we unpack adventures, escape to new worlds, and, of course, swoon over our best book boyfriends.
All right, babes. Grab your Illyrian wings and your emotional support beverage.
Got it?
We are stepping into A Court of Mist and Fury, chapters 7 through 13. But first, a spoiler alert for all our fellow romantasy addicts. Nothing is safe. We're covering the entire ACOTAR series, Crescent City, and my personal favorite, Throne of Glass. If it's fey, filthy, or feelings forward, it's fair game.
I feel like I would have stuttered on that one. That was a good alliteration.
Okay.
This podcast has all of our favorite R words. Speaking of alliteration, romance, racy, risque, and of course,
A heck of a lot more of them.
As such, it is rated R. Listen accordingly.
We kick off every episode with Babes Between the Lines
Where we read what's written, obsess over what isn't,
and dig past the dialogue so you don't miss the motives, magic, or mistakes.
before we get going, we wanted to do a little bit of a trigger warning. This episode is going to contain a lot of discussion around emotional, verbal, and psychological, and I would say actually a little bit of physical abuse.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this podcast, you likely have already read the stories. If you haven't, what are you doing here? But we just want to make sure everyone's going into that with eyes wide open.
Yep.
Okay.
Good call. Chapter 7. Feyre's week in the Night Court, isn't it just about... Fuck me. It's been a while. We're out of practice, okay?
Right.
Okay, it's been a couple weeks.
Like me at ballet. I was like, wait, what's a ton do?
Chapter 7. Feyre's week in the Night Court isn't just about fancy rooms and verbal sparring anymore. Rhys decides it's time for a history lesson, and babes, he gives her the Spark Notes and the secret annotated restricted edition. Gives her this. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Fuck.
Stay confident. You're doing good. You were.
Rhys tells her about the First War, Hybern's thirst for power, and the very real possibility that Prythian is about to be invaded again. Dun, dun, dun. And the wild part, Feyre learns all this in less than 24 hours with Rhys. While Tamlin couldn't even manage a PowerPoint slide titled Prythian 101.
No.
Like, oh God.
Too busy pivoting.
Yeah. He's like,
Just on a freaking merry-go-round over there.
Exactly. Rhys even throws in one of his spiciest insights. The high priestesses are power hungry. The king of Hybern wants to tear down the wall, and Tamlin, yes, her beloved, eternally seated High Lord, has ties to Hybern that Rhys isn't ignoring for a second. I kind of didn't pick up or didn't like clock that the first time I read it. Like, I'm sure I read the words, but
Right.
you know, because I was so shocked when he goes to Hybern to make the deal for Feyre.
Right.
But like seeing this on the page, I'm like, why did I not, like, why was I so surprised?
Yeah, I don't think I clocked it either.
Right. Because I was like,
How could you?
yeah. But Rhys kind of says in this bit of the chapter where he's like, oh yeah, by the way, like Tamlin's kind of a sly guy.
Is it because of Ianthe? Because Ianthe had ties to Hybern?
Right. I think so. Ianth. Darn her.
That bitch.
Feyre is finally getting a taste of the real political landscape, and Rhys is serving it piping hot.
Get it, Rhys.
Mm-hmm. Then we get to the moment. Rhys tells Feyre she needs to train her powers. She says no, parroting Tamlin's keep her safe logic, and Rhys is not having it. Thank God.
Yeah.
Cue one of the greatest motivational speeches SJM has ever written. He stalks to the map like he's about to deliver a TED Talk and purrs, quote, I will say this once and only once. And then he unleashes the verbal equivalent of a dagger dipped in truth serum, calling out the fact that she could spend her immortal life as a pawn, a prize, or a decoration, living so small that others stay comfortable. Tamlin sat on his ass for 50 years and kept sitting while she was torn apart under the mountain. He sits. He is a sitter. Then Rhys ends his speech, knife sharp, voice soft, with the line that will become one of the biggest thematic threads of the entire series, quote, but it's your choice to make, no one else's.
I love it. So good.
RHYSAND giving feminist energy since 2016. I didn't know that's how long the books were
Did you have to
published.
Google when that was published?
No, I looked at the front of the cover.
Oh my God.
2016?
Yes,
Bonkers.
I know.
Pre-COVID.
So why are they only big now?
Exactly.
I don't think they're only big now. I think they've
Their own
Pop culture.
I think honestly, Book Talk made it like explode. Like SJM was like doing well for herself, but I think Book Talk like brought it to like this other level of like fandom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Is crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
And then the teasing continues. His little reading lessons, the mind-shielding exercises, the flirty notes designed to drag her, provoke her, and coax her into thinking again. Quote, RHYSAND is interesting. RHYSAND is gorgeous.
I love these lines.
RHYSAND is flawless. I mean, yes.
Right.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Correct on all accounts. I adore cheeky RHYSAND.
I know. Me too.
Like in before he was kind of cheeky as the villain. Now he's kind of cheeky as like a friend.
As like a flirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's flirting.
I think he's more relaxed too. So then it's
Yeah.
he's not stressed under the mountain and pay attention.
Yeah, that's true. I like that. We also get a peek into the private world of the Night Court. Rhys's conversation with Moore that our sneaky little heroine is eavesdropping on. Feyre realizes there is so much more happening behind those starry eyes. She learns of the Illyrians and their war bands, including our first mention of Azriel and Cassian.
Yeah, boys!
Insert swoon. The attack on the temples and winnowing, which is mentioned for the first time in this chapter.
Interesting.
Which, of course, only leaves our dear Feyre with more questions.
She's like, winnow what?
Yeah, exactly. Then Feyre asks/demands that he returns her to the Spring Court. This exchange, when he teasingly takes offense to her calling him RHYSAND.
Oh.
Because as we continue through this book, Feyre's trust and feelings grow, and then she starts calling him Rhys.
Yeah, so good. Even in ACOTAR, when he's still like being the villain, quote unquote, and he comes to the Spring Court and he stalks into the room and they've glamored Feyre against the like curtain behind Lucian. And then Tamlin's like, what do you want, RHYSAND? And he's like, RHYSAND? Tamlin, are we really that far gone?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, his name is an interesting indicator of like relationship status.
Yes.
Also,
I like that.
I want a prequel of RHYSAND and Tamlin.
Oh,
that would be interesting. Yeah.
But that's like why I think, again, the pool of starlight. This is my Roman Empire. I feel like in future books, we are going to get more about like what happened there with like Rhys's family and Tamlin's family. Also, where the fuck are those wings?
And also, I want a cat.
No, they get destroyed. They burn them up.
Yeah.
But did they? Like,
yeah.
Yes,
that's
Tamlin says, or not Tamlin.
Who says it?
One of
in book
twins?
5, they're done, gone.
In Quarter Wings Ruin, I just read it.
Oh,
But don't they say like they go looking for them? Then they're like, oh yeah, it was destroyed. But like,
Feyre goes looking for it, and then is it Jurian or Hybern says Tamlin destroyed them in a fit of rage.
Yep.
After
When he's
killed his family.
Back in the Spring Court, Tamlin is definitely not waiting with arms open and a warm smile. Instead, he lays it on thick with kisses, only to immediately interrogate Feyre about every detail of her week, like the world's worst customs officer. Truly, she's like arrived home and he's like,
stop.
What did you bring with you?
Not to derail you, but I had the flu. Did I tell you this? That I threw up on the plane to Costa Rica.
Oh my God, gross.
And then I threw up again in the car rental like agency, and then I threw up again at the hotel. But after, we get off the plane, I have thrown up. I'm like,
did you go to the bathroom or in the bag?
in the bag, because we were on the plane, and it was like that. Oh yeah,
You're
same,
that person.
same. No, it was no. And I went to go find the baggie. There wasn't one in my seat because and I was like, and Andrew and I weren't sitting next to each other because we weren't. And the guy next to me clearly like clocked what was going on and grabbed one and passed it to me. A split second later. Then, speaking of customs.
Color me horrified.
Oh,
I cannot.
Wait till I show you this video Andrew took of me. We maybe should like post it. Well, actually, we probably shouldn't. It's horrendous. No, we finally get to the beach and I'm like shaking and covered in sweat. And like, I look like I've lost 40 pounds. And Andrew's like, there's the princess. And I like, I give him a vulgar gesture right to the camera. Oh my God. But anyway, we're at customs and the like officer does like Andrews. And then he's like, Jessica. And I literally went, like, I almost threw up on this man. And he was just like, you can go. Like, did not care. But I mean, I made it.
And we are almost an hour in. FYI.
And we're on the first chapter.
It was after the
Feyre then gently breaches the subject of training again. And in true Tamlin fashion, the answer is a big, red, condescending no. He snarls, quote, I care if you die, if you're hurt, if you will be in danger every moment for the rest of our lives. I is in italics, babes. And he says it as if that's enough, as if caring is the same as respecting, as if caring justifies control.
He He conflates the two.
He is just... Ugh. And Feyre, trying desperately to convince herself his love is enough, thinks, quote, he was the High Lord, my High Lord. Not for long. I could bow to him on this one thing. But then that little voice sparks again, quote, you are no one's subject. Rhys's influence, healing, truth, maybe all three, but that single flicker is enough to push her back into giving Tamlin the version of events he wants to hear. In my opinion, this is killing her. So she goes on to talk about like how she's, you know, everything that happened in the spring court and kind of like, well, like she says, bows to his will. It's like, that's so not Feyre.
Yeah.
Tamlin. Chapter 8 drops us straight into the spring court's version of public service, also known as the tithe.
Oh no, the worst.
Which is basically Tamlin's mandatory tax day. Like Prythian hasn't had enough to deal with, Tamlin will be collecting his annual tax to maintain the manor and protect the lands. Honestly, is Tamlin not rich enough to use his own money to maintain the manor?
Yeah.
Like supporting Feyre's family in a lavish lifestyle in the mortal lands while he is sucking his own people dry.
Mm-hmm.
Again, kind of what you said maybe in the first 3 episodes about like his circles of like importance.
Hierarchy.
So like Feyre's important, her family's important, but like everyone else is just like, well, I guess they'll starve.
Yeah, his moral code has a sliding scale.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in this, you really see it. Feyre watches as poor, desperate, terrified Fae line up to fork over the offerings they can't afford. And she is horrified.
Mm-hmm.
Not just by the ritual itself, but by Tamlin's absolute lack of empathy. He sits. There is the High Lord, face carved from stone, doling out judgment like he hasn't learned a single thing from being locked under the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And then comes the water wraiths, trembling, starving, clearly unable to pay. They ask for mercy, and Tamlin's response is essentially, sorry, rules are rules. Feyre is disgusted, disappointed, and furious because she remembers exactly what it's like to starve. She remembers what it feels like to choose between death and desperation. So she does what Tamlin should have done from the start. She helps them because he's not the boss of her. Quietly and kindly, compassionately, a small loan of jewelry for a future favor. It's simple human decency, and Tamlin, well, he fucking loses it.
Yeah.
Eventually. At dinner in the manor afterward, Tamlin is furious she undermined him. But Feyre, our fierce Feyre, is finally at the point where she's too exhausted to pretend anymore. Tamlin claims it's about order and tradition, in air quotes, and his authority.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is ugly. Kindness from anyone feels like a threat to him.
Yeah.
Like Feyre being nice to anyone but him threatens him. His ego is just like so
very fragile.
Yes,
Yeah.
Very fragile. Feyre meets that anger with her own, and for once she doesn't swallow it down.
Yeah, girl.
Finally,
Sick
she
'em.
bites back.
Sick 'em.
Lucian. Poor Lucian is still trying to be Tamlin's emotional support fox boy and eternal cheerleader.
Emotional support box.
But he's also pleading with him to see reason, as in they have bigger fish to fry. Like, this is not the thing that Tamlin should be concerned about at this point in time. Like,
yes.
there are other things.
Yeah.
When Lucian gently agrees with Feyre about helping the water wraiths, Tamlin snaps at him and Feyre seethes. Her anger spills over, literally, and she accidentally slips into Lucian's mind. She feels him, his thoughts, and shares her own, quote, push back, he's wrong and we're right. Do not back down.
I forgot about this part.
This is when we find out our girl is like,
Dimati.
yes.
Yeah.
So not only because they thought it was the bond between Rhys and Feyre, and they're like, oh yeah, Avi, we can talk.
Other,
yeah.
Right?
But
yes.
no, this is where we find out that she's Dimati. So her like third power.
I forgot about this, like completely.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting. She notes that her temper was a burning river in her veins. And well, that tracks because she leaves 2 burned handprints on the table. She doesn't know how she did it or why or what exactly is happening to her, but she suspects her powers are starting to shine through.
How does Lucian react when he hears her voice in his head?
He doesn't realize it.
Right. So it's like more insidious. She's like kind of controlling him without actually like being like, hey, and like talking into his brain. Okay.
Well, and she does it by accident. Like she doesn't mean to. And
it's like her will.
Yeah. And I think it happens first, I think this time, and then a couple other times before she learns to control it. Like it's heightened emotional state where she accidentally goes into other people's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish. To close in You're Not the Boss of Me fashion, she tells Tamlin that the meal is in fact actually over. Quote, "Oh, get over yourself." I'm so happy reading this time. I'm like, yes. Turning on her heels and marching the fuck out of the dining room.
Yes, finally.
Mm-hmm. We know this is the first ripple of something huge, something powerful, something RHYSAND already suspects. Feyre isn't just changed. She's becoming something more, and Tamlin is too busy guarding his ego to even notice what's happening. Oh, Tiny!
Aww.
That's special.
That is special. Tiny's not super cuddly with everybody.
I feel very special.
Nobody move.
Right.
Chapter 9 opens with Feyre doing something sweet, sensible, and fully in line with her I actually have a soul brand. Checking in with Alice about the water race situation. Alice, queen of cutting clarity, basically tells her the best compliment ever. Her kindness will ripple outward across the spring court. And Feyre, our poor girl, is terrified of that, which makes sense because she's scared of like how Tamlin will react. But like she's scared of being nice. That's so sad.
Yeah.
So she's not scared of the consequences, not the politics, but being known for kindness and maybe a little defiance.
Right. I think it's like the impact that she's afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how people will see her. And also she's better than Tamlin. And she already appears superior to him because she broke the curse.
Feyre curse breaker.
Yes. Yeah. And so like now she like adds another tick where she's like, oh yeah, also Feyre's not a dick. So it's like,
I almost feel like Tamlin wants her more to increase his image.
Yep.
Than because he actually loves her. Like she makes him look so good because she's curse breaker, Feyre, whatever. And I think he says a couple of times like, oh, you, when she goes to the village and he's like, oh, you have like an image to uphold. Like they all look up to you because you saved them.
They talk about
like,
that a lot. Yeah.
I don't know.
It also just makes the part in ACOTAR where she like goes back to fuck with him.
Oh.
That is like, there's controversy around that when people are like, she's too mean. And I'm like,
she's a Slytherin.
Hells to the no. I love that part. Like where she, for sure she is. Yeah.
Because Slytherins are ambitious, cunning, incredibly loyal. That's Feyre. Like Feyre wants to be a fucking high lady. Like not right now, but once she starts like owning who she is, she wanted to be a high lady. Like she's ambitious and she is vengeful. Like she's definitely a Slytherin.
Yeah, I agree. Aligned. Then Feyre does something that hurts to read. She seeks out Tamlin to apologize. This is classic, like a cycle of abuse. I feel like the victim apologizes to the abuser because they're made to feel bad, like they've done something wrong to deserve the treatment that they got.
Yeah.
So like him being mad at her at dinner was like her fault. Like it's her fault she's mad.
Right.
Or he's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look what you made me do.
Yes.
Yes.
I was seething reading this. For what? Like, what is she apologizing for? For making a compassionate choice, for being decent, for having more spine and empathy than he's displayed in this entire series? Yes. Apparently, yes. And Tamlin's peace offering, a lovely, thoughtful, portable paint set. This should be a sweet gesture, except Feyre isn't into it, and she feels immediately trapped by it. A paint set that can only be used inside, a tool meant for creativity inside a cage.
Right.
Because she asked, she's like, can I go outside? Can I like, will the guards follow? I mean, she's being sarcastic, but like, will the guards follow her around while she's trying to like paint? And he's like, well, yeah, duh.
Well, yes.
Yeah. He is giving her the illusion of freedom without the freedom. Instead of letting her reopen the parts of herself that once needed open, landscapes and real sunlight and living subjects. He's saying paint, but only here. Create, but only where I can see you. Be you, but only the version that doesn't threaten me. And Feyre feels it. The walls close in even tighter around her. Then comes her breaking point. Feyre tries again to communicate her needs. She tries to explain that she's drowning. She uses the word drowning under his protection. Smothered, crushed. She even lays it out metaphorically so gently a preschooler could understand. Quote, I am drowning, and the more you do this, the more guards. You might as well be shoving my head underwater.
Yeah.
This should stop him in his tracks. This should be the moment he listens. This should be the turning point.
Yeah.
Instead, Tambam explodes with pure rage, shattering the study in a violent, uncontrolled outburst. Furniture explodes. Objects detonate around her. It's not romantic. It's not protective. It's not beastly passion. It's a red flag so big it could cover the entire spring court. And worst of all, Feyre watches it happen in stunned silence because she already knows his anger and desires matter more than her fear and always have. Chapter 9 is the chapter where the reader stops making excuses for Tamlin because it seems Feyre is running out of excuses too.
Yeah, you're right. I talk about this in my section in just a moment, but I feel like throughout book 1 and even like the first episode of Mist and Fury, I've been like, you know, I can understand like she was just like trapped and he really wants to protect her. And up until now, that has been kind of what she has asked him to provide. Is like protection. Like that is kind of the roles that they have played. And so I've kind of been like, I can see why he feels like this is what I'm supposed to do. And I think this is what she wants.
Yeah.
This though, like, and also it has been leading up to this, but this moment is so beyond the pale. Like,
yeah,
it's horrible.
He's a large man-child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Chapter 10. The study is destroyed. Tamlin is panting. Feyre is shaking. Glass and broken wood lays everywhere, except in a small ring around Feyre, where she kneels on the floor, hands protectively over her head. As Tamlin goes to Feyre, he is suddenly stopped by an invisible shield that she unintentionally threw around herself as Tamlin lost control.
Whose power is the shield?
Like that hard wind. I think Rhys later says that he thinks it's...
Is it Helion, like with the spells?
Maybe?
Is Helion Dawn?
Is Helion Dawn or is he... No, to...
Summer?
Helion is summer port.
No,
yeah, something with the T.
T is summer. Helion is day, isn't he?
Okay.
And then Dawn is, I get them confused. We also just haven't had enough time with the other High Lords for me to feel like I know who.
I just wasn't sure whose power, like, physical shielding was.
Rhys talks a little bit of Tarquin is day, or summer. I think Rhys later says he isn't sure, but he thinks it was like day or dawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tamlin moans her name once, twice, 3 times, pushing on the wall. And the barrier around Feyre breaks as she feels small cracks forming in her heart. He rushes to her, pulling her into his arms, and she lets him. Quote, I'll try, he breathed. I'll try to be better. I can't control it sometimes. The rage today was bad with the tithes, with all of it today. Let's just forget it. Let's just move past it, please. As he holds her, he wonders aloud if he is any better than Amarantha, if drowning is how he makes her feel.
Sir, you are not.
This is like, I guess I'm just a bad boyfriend.
Yes. Allie, that's exactly in my head. I was like, make a note about that because it's just like when you're in a disagreement with someone and they do that. Well, I guess I'm just a terrible person, the worst boyfriend ever. And you're like, you're saying this so that then you're forcing me to either...
No, that's not true.
You're not, when really, like, that's not what I'm saying.
Yes, you are.
And also, I'm not going to be put into a position where I'm now coddling you if I'm the one that's upset. Yeah, when he makes this comment, I was like... He continues to beg and apologize, alternating between the two like a litany, like a prayer. Feyre watches numbly as splattered red paint drips down the far wall. Also, red watch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, and I said this earlier, this is so much worse than I remember. Tamlin is clearly grappling with some pretty intense rage issues, and Feyre is trapped in a fight, flight, freeze, or fawn pattern that she can't seem to shake. And the only way that these two seem to be able to communicate is physically, good and bad. I feel like throughout this podcast, like I said, I've wanted to give Tamlin more grace and understand he's undergone trauma. And I do believe that his intentions have been good. Like I said, I feel like he was like, this is the role that we were playing and what she needs from me. And as I'm fond of saying, two things can be true at the same time. Tamlin can be dealing with trauma.
He bad.
Tamlin can be dealing with trauma, and this is inexcusable. Being emotionally wounded is like having a contagious illness. If you're unable to choose not to get help, to take your medicine or treatment, or if you're unwilling to take any type of action to try and get better, then you will make those around you sick. Tamlin needs to stop running from his pain and face it before it continues to, quite literally, explode out from him and hurt those he loves. I've used that analogy before in like conflict, where I'm like, if you're unable or unwilling to do the work to like fix whatever woundedness you're dealing with, it's like you have a contagious illness and you're refusing to take your medicine, and you will make everyone else around you sick.
Well, hurt people hurt people.
Absolutely. Over the next few days, Tamlin continues to apologize and makes love voraciously to Feyre, once again seeming to try and communicate through his body, his guilt, and need for reconciliation. Tamlin upholds his word. There are less sentries around the manor, and Feyre even takes a ride through the woods unaccompanied. Lucky her.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Feyre describes how during these next few days, she continues to withdraw from those around her further, saying that there are even days where she doesn't speak to a single soul, not even Alice, and that she's spending more and more time in bed. Again, this is so much worse than I remember the first time reading through.
Yeah.
She is exhibiting all the classic signs of someone undergoing severe abuse and depression. Amarantha might have been bad, but isolation is a killer. One morning, Feyre hears low voices outside of her bedroom door, and as Tamlin's furious growl penetrates her room, she does some quick math in her head, realizing who has come.
Oh, thank God. Be back.
She wraps her naked body in a blanket and peeks out from a crack in the door. Sure enough, RHYSAND is grinning devilishly at Tamlin.
Does it say if RHYSAND, like in chapter 54... does he talk about like he felt this moment, or like when she's so scared?
Yeah, he actually talks about it here.
He does. And does he, I mean, I guess we'll get into, never mind. Continue. Okay. I'll bring it up in the next couple chapters.
Okay. When Rhys takes Feyre in, his smile falters, and he asks Tamlin if they're running low on food in the spring court. I know that there is the mating bond between Feyre and RHYSAND, which gives them an innate sense of well-being of the other. But this really shows how when you know someone on a soul level, all it takes is seeing them for a split second to realize when something is really off. It's telling that Rhys clocks this in a heartbeat, while Tamlin, who has been like seeing her for months, has been oblivious.
He's an idiot.
Rhys tells Feyre to put some clothes on, and she bares her teeth, but obeys. Tamlin following behind as she goes back into her room to dress. While Tamlin seethes, Feyre wonders aloud if Rhys is maintaining the bargain to try and force Tamlin's hands into communication. Could this unbreakable bond be the push that makes them come together in the face of the coming war? Tamlin not only doesn't answer her question,
pivot,
but even goes as far as to query why the hell she's even asking it in the first place. Why doesn't she just leave this all to him? Right, because, Tamlin has just done such a great job so
handling things.
She's like, this is in great hands or claws.
His track record is subpar at best.
Yeah, needs development. Feyre doesn't answer, instead going to Rhys in the hallway, an undeniable sense of relief filling her as she reaches for him. Suddenly, before Feyre can take RHYSAND's hand, Tamlin steps between them, telling Rhys that if he breaks Feyre's bargain right here, right now, he'll give RHYSAND anything he wants. Feyre is immediately aghast at this, but Rhys just cocks an eyebrow, saying smoothly, I already have everything I want. And then they are gone. I know. I mean, if as like a first read, if you weren't being like, okay, like Rhys and Feyre are gonna, this moment for sure, you were like, woo!
Like, okay,
right?
sir.
I already have everything I want.
RHYSAND.
Chapter 11. This chapter begins with Rhys demanding what the hell has happened to her.
I find it so, like, when she goes back to the spring court, Tamlin's like, tell me everything.
Yeah.
When she goes to the night court and RHYSAND's like, what the hell happened? It's
Yes.
like, can this girl not just like
Yeah.
not come under like an inquiry every time she goes somewhere?
She's forced to play telephone. She's like, well, Rhys was saying to Azriel, and then I overheard Moore say, and then she's like, well, Tamlin was being mean to me, and then he said to Alan, like, yeah, she's always like stuck in the middle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Poor girl.
Feyre doesn't snap back, doesn't throw a shoe, doesn't push Rhys away. As she goes to walk to her room, Rhys asks her to eat breakfast with him, a note of desperation, of thinly veiled worry in his voice. Despite not being hungry, Feyre agrees, and they go to have breakfast. Rhys comments that he felt her fear through their bond earlier this month, and he asks what happened, and Feyre simply tells him it was nothing, an argument, none of his concern. As breakfast continues, Rhys learns that the wedding is on hold. You just like imagine he's like outside, he's like, oh, cool. And on the inside, he's like, oh yeah.
That wedding, your cute little wedding.
The cute little wedding. Oh, love it. He asks Feyre if she's given his offer any more thought, and she tells him no, she will not work with him, and that she knows he only wants her to do so to piss off Tamlin. I can feel how caught RHYSAND is in this moment as he acknowledges that, quote, fine, I dug that grave myself with what I did under the mountain. This is part of the price that he has to pay for deciding that the ends would justify the means for the last 50 years. Like, he decided, I'm going to play the villain. I'm going to fuck over a bunch of people and make people really upset with me, because in the end, it'll all be worth it. It's definitely a gamble. And in this moment, he's like, yep, this bit me in the ass.
Yeah, definitely.
The next day, Rhys takes a different approach, equipping Feyre with pen and paper, and tells her to copy a series of lines he has written out. Quote, RHYSAND is a spectacular person. RHYSAND is the center of my world. RHYSAND is the best lover a female can ever dream of.
Until they meet Cassian.
She reads and copies the lines out perfectly, only to feel his claws then slash against her shield, but to no avail. She holds firm, cold, unresponsive.
Her adamant is strong.
And also her detachment.
Yeah.
Like, she is just does not care. He is trying so hard here, trying to pull her out of her stupor with jokes, teasing, antagonistic behavior, and nothing. The following day, Feyre finds a note from Rhys saying he's away on business and to send word if she needs him. She doesn't, and spends the next few days in solitude. Finally, he returns, finding her buried in a book, and he brings them both dinner. Feyre thanks him, and I almost wonder if this terrifies Rhys more than anything. In a burst of frustration, he asks what the hell has happened in the spring court. Feyre turns from him, opening a book, saying down the bond, quote, conversation over. And Rhys snarls, like hell it is, shutting the book in her hands with his power. Finally, Feyre throws the shut book at Rhys's head, and Rhys breathes, quote, good, what else do you have? Oh.
I like that he like doesn't take no for an answer, but he doesn't like bully her.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, no, it's okay, you can tell me.
Yeah.
But also he's not like,
yeah,
this isn't over.
Yeah. The next day, Feyre returns to the spring court, Tamlin waiting, trembling with fury, and she knows her solitary rides are once again over. Chapter 12. The first week back, Feyre isn't allowed out of sight of the house. Gone is the freedom she had a taste of before she was whisked away to the night court.
Okay, but like, he lets her go, so like, how is it Feyre's fault? Like, why is she being punished for something that like she had to do to save her life, to save all of Perithian?
Yeah.
I have no grace for Tamlin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had really felt like I was seeing more of his perspective on a reread and understanding, being like, are we hard on Tamlin? And then I got to this stretch of chapters and I was like, again, two things can be true at the same time. Tamlin can, yes, have a lot of trauma and there's confusion and they're not communicating well. And he is absolutely inexcusable in this behavior.
Yeah.
Like it's horrible.
I don't know. He has no defense to me.
No,
I'm
it's
just
awful.
like,
This is like horrendous.
Yeah.
One day, while watching Ianthe lead Tamlin away to discuss some private, albeit critical news that Feyre is not to be privy to, Lucian notices when claws begin to punch out of Feyre's fingernails.
I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She can shapeshift like Tamlin. That's why in ACOTAR, she can turn herself into Ianthe.
Right. I remember the people, but I don't remember the animal.
Yeah, she's got claws.
Mm-hmm. Metaphorically
I was gonna
and
say,
physically.
literally. With a desperate sort of hopelessness, Lucian tells Feyre that he'll try to talk to Tamlin, try to convince him to train Feyre, but Feyre knows Tamlin won't allow it. Indeed, later that night, as she goes downstairs for dinner, she stops short of the dining room when she hears Tamlin, Lucian, and Ianthe fighting about her, with Lucian keeping true to his word, trying to petition for Feyre to receive training, and Ianthe vigorously disagreeing, saying that their power right now lies in no one else realizing the gifts Feyre is beginning to manifest. Ianthe claims that the other High Lords will be threatened by Feyre's power and may want to take her out, or steal her away to use her as a broodmare, given any children she has could very well also have this plethora of powers. Unsurprisingly, Tamlin agrees with Ianthe, refusing to train Feyre. That night, Feyre locks her door. When's the last time that she did this?
Not in the night court. I'll say that
Not in the night court, and I feel like it was like in book 1.
Yeah, before she
goes under the mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like she unlocks it.
Yes.
Yep. In like that month maybe leading up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an interesting, I was like, oh, wow.
Right. The door locks noted when it's with Tamlin.
Yeah. And with Rhys, that it's like she doesn't lock the door.
Never. Yeah. Who would?
Leaves it wide open.
With a sign.
There's
come in.
Rose petals.
Not roses.
And not
roses.
Yeah. Well, not red roses.
Yeah.
The next morning, there are sentries posted at her bedroom door. Question for you. Besides Baron, obviously, do you think any of the other High Lords are at risk of trying to pull something like this, like steal Feyre away and like use her essentially as like a broodmare or like kill her? Like, I feel like Baron...
In this moment or like throughout the series?
Let's say throughout the series. Because I feel like Baron, yes, but besides him, no.
No, because I think they're all like... I mean, Tarquin's mad at her after she like kind of plays him for a fool.
Yeah.
But
he still is like, he reconciles with the Night Court.
Well, he sends him the rubies. So.
But then later.
So
he revokes
Amren's like, giddy.
But he lets
Amren.
Yeah, I know.
I love her.
I think,
is her lover part of Tarquin's court?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Tarquin's brother, I believe.
Is it his brother?
I think it, maybe. I think so. We'll have to see. I'm like, in my head, I feel like he's at least part of like Tarquin's inner circle. Mm-hmm. I know.
God bless her.
What do they call her? Like a fire drake? Yeah. She hoards jewels and things. Same. As Feyre goes to walk the same tired path through the garden that she has walked time and time again, she decides to make one last overture to Tamlin to ask if there is anything she can do, anywhere she can go, any purpose she can serve besides walking the garden, wearing dresses, and painting. Not that she's done much of that lately. Before she can reach Tamlin, Tamlin and Lucian reach her, and she sees that they're both heavily armed on their way to the western sea border. Desperate, Feyre asks if she can come with them. Lucian just silently walks past her, and Tamlin, unsurprisingly, says no. This is her breaking point, and our proud, strong, fierce girl begins to beg. Ugh. But Tamlin is firm. A half-baked thought enters her mind. Perhaps she could wait until they leave and then follow them. And Tamlin, seeming to read her mind, growls at her to not even think about following them. He tells her that she couldn't handle it, that she can barely sleep through the night. And it's in this moment we realize Tamlin has not been blissfully unaware of Feyre's nocturnal vomit sessions, but instead, for some reason, has chosen to ignore them.
Yeah, that's what I said last episode.
Yeah, he knows. Like he's just like pretending like.
Also, she can't handle it, please.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, she was under the mountain. She fought all the trials. Yeah. Like, fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Feyre is yelling now, pleading, telling Tamlin she needs to get out of that house. At his stony responses, she decides that finally she has had enough and tells Tamlin she's coming. No argument. As she goes to follow them out the door, she stops, or rather is stopped, when she hits a solid wall of unyielding, invisible air.
So who does this?
So
because maybe it's Tamlin?
Yeah, I think you're right. Because if he was able to do that. Although, well, okay, so Lucien says he's warded it. He shielded it. So I don't know. Maybe though. Like is a ward different than I don't know.
A shield?
I don't know.
Because what do they refer to her? They don't really say what her like little cocoon is.
No, the one that's about to come, the like.
No, the
other one when Tamlin's pushing on it. They call it a wall of hard air. But this sounds similar.
Sounds air,
so maybe
yeah.
It's Tamlin. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
More to be thought about there.
Confused, she hits the wall over and over, crying out Tamlin's name, realization slowly dawning on her. Quote, "Don't bother trying," Lucien said softly as Tamlin cleared the gates and vanished, winnowed. "He's shielded the entire house around you. Others can go in and out, but you can't, not until he lifts the shield. He begs Feyre to be patient, that he'll try and work on Tamlin, and then he leaves." Once again, this is so much worse than I remember. I can understand Tamlin being worried about Feyre and wanting to protect her, but this is so beyond the pale, especially knowing that Feyre was locked under the mountain in a tiny, dirty, cold cell for months. She can't even be in rooms that have small windows, and Tamlin has now literally reenacted one of her worst fears. She is once again caged, once again a prisoner. Also, do we think Lucien has experienced being locked in the manor by Tamlin before?
He seems very unfazed. Like he's upset for Feyre, but he's like not surprised or like it's kind of like, well,
this has happened before.
Like this is how it works.
Yes, like he knows. He's like, oh, this will happen when he did like. And like, I feel like Lucien has either experienced this like personally or has seen this happen with other people.
Well, I mean, Tamlin's a terrible friend, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
friend.
Horrible. Feyre's ears begin to roar, her breathing labored, her feet unsteady. She sinks into a fetal position on the floor, blackness closing in on her, thinking over and over that she's trapped, that she's nothing. Faintly, she can hear Alice shouting her name over and over, but her voice barely penetrates through the cocoon of fire and ice and wind and darkness that has now enveloped her, her untested, untrained powers circling around her in an instinctive need to protect.
So this is different than what was in the library.
Yeah. The library was a wall of hard air. This is like all of her power is like
swirling.
She's so distressed that it's like unbidden. It's just all risen to protect her. The force of this cocoon, the raw power, melts the engagement ring off her finger.
Good.
Interestingly, like it's not like it melts all her clothes, which I'm like, is this just a plot hole? Or is it like her power sees Tamlin as the threat and like wants to get rid of any like tie to him?
I like that
could
take.
Be a plot hole, but
I like that take.
No, read it that way.
Yeah. Her magic is smart.
Yeah. Suddenly, she feels hands slip under her, and then she's being held by someone, a woman. And Feyre realizes it's more. And at that thought, she's able to take a small breath, and a tiny crack appears in her cocoon. Quote, "You're free," Moore said tightly. "You're free. Not safe, not protected. Free." Everything about this rescue, like I literally have goosebumps, is so perfect to me. RHYSAND follows the rules. He sends Moore. She walks in. She doesn't winnow. He knows going in to get Feyre himself would not only start a war between the Spring and the Night Court, but that knowledge that Rhys went and started a war to save Feyre, like Feyre would be so burdened with guilt over that. As well, he doesn't send Cassian or Azriel. He sends more, a female, a woman, the one person Feyre might feel safe with coming from his court. And then there's what Moore says, that she's free, not safe, not protected, free. It speaks to the deepest longing and need in Feyre's heart, and it's the only thing that gives her a tether to reality and sanity in this moment. She's passed to another set of arms, RHYSAND, and finally, she can breathe.
And so can all of the fandom. It's finally over. Also, Moore is like kind of the like only one that Feyre thought as a friend, like in her 2 visits to the Night Court.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, you never asked for Moore to come talk to you. And she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Why would I need to do that? And she's like, oh, I like Moore.
Yes.
And she like,
I like everything about this is like so perfect. If it had happened any other way, it could have been even more traumatic. Yeah. Chapter 13. Feyre wakes sometime later, RHYSAND in a chair in her room at the Night Court. She asks Rhys what happened, and he gives her the play-by-play. She learns that given her current presence in the Night Court is not a part of their bargain, that she is there of her own free will, she can choose to go back to the Spring Court, ellipses, or not. Feyre says she has nowhere else to go, and RHYSAND tells her she can stay as long as she likes or go back. It's her choice.
Is it in italics in the book?
I don't know. I'd have to check.
It's in italics in our script.
It is.
I was like, italics watch.
I put it in italics. There's a caveat. If she wants to stay, she'll need food, clothing, shelter. RHYSAND asks her again to work for him, to earn her keep for as long as she'd like. I love that he doesn't treat her like a charity case. He will provide her security in his court, but if she wants to truly live there, she will work for it just like anyone else. He's grounding her, taking her from a symbol to a person once more, and he's showing her that he knows she can take care of herself. She doesn't need him, but he's there if she wants.
What is this work in air quotes that Feyre does? Like, I know she helps him with the war, like eventually.
Yes.
But like, it's also like when he's like everyone gets paid a wage. I'm like, I feel like the only ones earning their keep are like Azriel and Cassian.
And Cassian, yeah. Moore's like wearing gorgeous dresses. Feyre's like...
What does Feyre do? Exactly. I mean, like,
she chills with Rhys. She's like, with him.
She's a high paid escort.
Nice work if you can get it. As they talk, she notices Rhys stretching, his muscles stiff, and she realizes he'd been there holding vigil in her room for God knows how long.
Oh,
I know.
RHYSAND.
When he goes to leave, telling her he has matters to attend to, she breaks out, "Take me with you." The same request she'd asked of Tamlin. Quote, "Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, take me along." RHYSAND's answer is slow, cautious. Quote, "If you come with me, there is no going back. You will not be allowed to speak of what you see to anyone outside of my court, because if you do, people will die. My people will die." Feyre says it again. "Take me with you." And Rhys agrees.
No go back now.
They winnow together, Feyre preparing herself mentally for the ruins of whatever place they're going to go and visit. And suddenly, they're in a warm and bright foyer of a beautiful, cozy home. Bookshelves, cushy couches, a fireplace, art on the walls, a well-loved dining table, and surrounding the home, a boisterous, thriving city. Babes, welcome to Velaris.
I love the townhome. I feel like I'm vibing with the townhome. Yeah, it's like kind of a European, like oldie townhome with like brick,
well lived in, well loved,
and nothing matches, but everything goes together.
It all worked very French.
Yes.
And
it's cozy and
it's effortless but perfect.
Yes,
like the French.
That is yes,
effortless but perfect.
Damn them. All right, babes, it's time for hot takes, theories, and thirsts. And this stretch of chapters, it's spicy, it's messy, and deliciously unhinged. Not spicy in a traditional sense, but it's spicy in like the undertones.
Like
glances.
Yes.
The lines, what he has her like copy, and she's all irritated. Even when she throws a shoe at him, I was like, and then when Moore is like, that went well. Yeah.
More sassy. I like her.
Okay, RHYSAND's feminist motivational speech.
Yeah, love.
Oh.
Love.
Yeah, agreed. Like you said, serving feminism since 2016.
Yeah.
Get it, boy.
He just gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Although, interestingly enough, when only with Feyre, with Nesta, he's like not as caring. And people get upset in the fandom about that because he like doesn't treat
double standard.
Yes, he doesn't treat Nesta with the same grace that
Tiny.
he treats. Excuse me, Tiny. No eating the script. He doesn't treat Nesta with the same like compassion and kindness that he does Feyre. And albeit Nesta's a bag to Feyre.
Yep.
So like he's protective of her. But
Yeah.
in that, I think that's why people don't like him in book 5. Not only is he protective of Feyre because of other things, but he is also just like, it feels misaligned with like who he is for the first 4 books.
Good job, Max.
Everything's fine. We're fine.
The Christmas tree is falling down.
I'm like, Nix, are you okay? Yes, his character, I agree, book 5, there's definitely a departure.
I don't care for it.
And the bonus chapter, how he reacts to Asriel.
Oh yeah, I hated that too.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, sir, you got your happy ending.
Right.
F off.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Meanwhile, Tamlin's still sitting like it's his personality trait.
Because it is.
Yeah. The male is collecting red flags like they're a collector's item, exploding an entire room because Feyre expressed a feeling. Jail. Immediately.
God.
Like, I can't with this.
When we were talking like I think it was last episodes, but like green flags, it was like green flag plus glitter. This is red flag plus glitter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so bad.
It's
on fire.
Yeah, on fire.
that's
a
a-
better
yes.
description. Yes.
Yeah.
Feyre slipping into Lucian's mind and burning handprints into the table. Like, she is powered up, babes.
Mhm.
This girl is evolving like a magical Pokemon.
Yes! Pokemon. She's like, what is it? Charmander?
Yeah.
And,
Charizard.
Charizard.
Charizard? Is that what it is? Oh. I like Jigglypuff, the
I
cloud.
like that one too.
She's so cute. I don't know what her power is, but she's cute.
Adorable.
She's more
Funny,
than
Right.
a Pokemon. She's just cute.
She has the power of truth. Jigglypuff.
Don't even start me on that. More
Right.
fucking truth power.
What even?
Fuck.
But okay, so a lot of people actually in theories have pointed out that this is a plot hole because she couldn't tell that the queens were lying.
Yes.
So like,
Or
No. The Morrigan
Or this is her twist, and that
she's betraying.
she's betraying all of them.
which would make sense and would make
Then
it
why doesn't Lane
truth.
clock it?
Why doesn't Reese clock it?
Yeah, he should.
I also saw and read, and I didn't look into it more. I have to look at whose handle it was on Instagram. But it was a theory of Aelin making an appearance in Silver Flames.
Where?
It's at one of the chapters, and it talks about the red shooting star.
Oh, and
it's like in Throne of Glass when she's falling through
and
the
then
world.
There's the heavily pregnant Fae.
Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
and they're on the mountain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was like, I just saw
Ooh,
that.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love more crossover with that book.
yeah. Oh, yes.
Between ACOTAR and Throne of Glass.
Yes.
I haven't read Crescent City yet, so I'll give it like a
Yeah,
fair shake.
yeah.
But yeah. Also,
Uh-huh.
Aelin is like my soul sister.
You are Aelin.
I love Aelin.
You are Aelin.
Mm.
Or 27.
Okay, we're almost done.
The last one I had to cut back from an hour 40, so it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, there's a lot. This is a dense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what was I gonna say? You're talking about,
The Red Star.
but before that, Pokemon more.
Jalen.
No, something about more, and she's gonna be evil. Fuck, no, it's gone. Whatever.
Like Betray the Queens? Or like, but like, why didn't Reese clock that she like,
Oh, okay. So Mora's his cousin, right?
yes. Is it like his cousin?
Yes.
Or his cousin?
She's eating mushrooms. Is that okay?
I mean,
Okay.
Because if she's his actual cousin, who is Reese's? Like, is it
Reese's dad's side?
Yeah.
Must be if she's that powerful.
And because Rhys's mom is Illyrian. So it can't be, so it has to be his dad.
Right, because Mor doesn't have wings.
Yes. Mor's not Illyrian. So is it Rhys's uncles that her dad who's so evil, or is it his aunt? I clocked that. I was like, wait, who is related to Rhys? The dad or the mom? Mor's dad or mom? Yeah. Anyway.
Because Rhys's dad was the most powerful High Lord in Prythian before Rhys, right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, like, obviously his family is powerful. Yes. So you're right. More research is required.
Agreed.
The tithe.
Brutal.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Because the water wraiths deserve kindness, not Tamlin's tax day temper tantrum. Feyre helping them was the only good thing happening in that entire house.
Yeah. The tithe is brutal. It gives me the ick in the same way Scott's Tots gives me the ick in The Office. That episode that I'm always
that is the worst episode.
That's how I feel whenever the tithe. I'm like, oh, gross.
Yeah.
So yucky.
Because Tamlin's so rich.
He's so rich. And the way that
what does he need?
And he's on his big rose-covered chair, and she's on like a stool, like perched next to him, like
a wooden stool. They're like, oh yeah, you're here.
Yeah. God. Yeah. It's the worst.
I am excited to talk about, like, you know that the water wraiths are going to come back, but like I like the way they came back and kind of tied that together. I thought that was good.
Yep, I agree.
And like, why are always though in fantasy books, and I don't know where this come from, must be like an old sailor's tale, like why are mermaids or sirens or like the water wraiths are kind of like a evil mermaid? I must, like, in my mind they're the mermaids in Harry Potter at the bottom of the lake, like
right,
like with the sharp teeth. Yeah.
Right.
Like, but why do they always have to be that way? Why can't they be like
Disney,
Ariel?
Disney mermaids?
Or like the ones in Peter Pan where they're like, oh, Peter.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they're always like ugly. And things that come out of water, again, bad.
It must be like a sailor holdover of like seeing scary shit in the ocean and being like, like, what the fuck is that?
Because even the things in book 5 that come out of the lake, those things that make Nesta peer pants.
Yes, agreed.
Also, horrifying. Like, relatable.
Also, in Crescent City, there is I think they call it a Kelpie, which is like what Nesta, so much crossover. You have to read Crescent City. More and more, I'm like, I think I want to reread, but there is like one, and it's terrifying. It's like very, very scary.
Because the Kelpie is what's in book 5 of this series as well.
So. Yeah. And it's kept in like an aquarium. And it's, anyway.
And also in Anathema, there's those two, the guys that sew the legs together.
Oh,
so that they are like.
Yes.
And then in Eldrick, there's also a scene where they're on a boat. And again, scary mermaids. Doesn't give anything away.
I think you're right. It's like sailors traumatized who then came back and were like, hey, the ocean is freaky.
Also, like men villainizing women.
Constantly. Either crazy sexual and we want to fuck the mermaids, or like we're terrified and we want to kill them.
Yeah.
The tradition continues. Okay, final thought. Alice remains undefeated. The girl is collecting W's only. Therapist, oracle, truth teller. Someone give this woman a raise.
Right. Can she move to the spring court or like to the night court and be on Rhys's like payroll?
Right.
Tamlin surely is not paying her. Yeah.
No. Yeah. You probably should pay the tithe, I bet.
Oh my God. Do you think she did?
I mean, every member of his court has to, and she's.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Alice.
Love her.
I know.
Forever.
Okay. Well, that's a wrap on our second ACOMAF episode. Feyre's unpacking trauma, Rhys is unpacking tension, and I'm unpacking my feelings. It's fine.
It's totally
fine. Everything's fine.
So pour another drink, fluff your pillows, and prepare yourselves, babes, because the next few chapters, they're about to make us rethink what counts as self-care.
We want to hear from you as we continue to build this little corner of our world. Dive into fantastical worlds, fabulous folklore, and fine males and men. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube at A Court of Books and Babes Pod. Oh no, the dreaded page flip. And please take 5 minutes to rate and review our podcast on Apple or Spotify and share it with all the babes in your life.
Until next time.
stay bookish, babes.